We are starting with the next topic, our third topic, modern costing system, the modern costing techniques. Under this topic, we shall be looking at the costing method. This costing method are regarded as modern costing techniques. We have the traditional costing system. We now have the modern costing system. We are going to try to compare the two. What is modern costing system? Why modern costing system? What are the types of modern costing system? These are some of the issues that will be discussed in tonight's class. All right, we can move ahead with the class. The number is still very few, albeit we expect others to join as the lecture progresses. The modern costing system. We have the traditional costing system. These are marginal costing system and absorption costing system. Now, the modern costing system were developed. These are costing systems developed to address the peculiarity of modern manufacturing environments. The modern costing system. These are costing systems developed to address the peculiarity of the modern manufacturing environment. The modern manufacturing environments are largely driven by technology. The production process are highly mechanized and driven by technology as compared to the traditional costing system. The traditional costing system, production process are largely driven by labor. Human beings are used to achieve production. Where you have the traditional costing system, laborers are employed to engage in production. The larger percentage of the production process is undertaken by employees. However, when we get to modern costing system, manufacturing companies now use technology, high-tech machinery to drive production. For this reason, the traditional costing system are not sufficient, are not adequate to address the costing under the modern manufacturing environment. For this reason, accountants, the business managers, and finance professionals develop costing systems that are more appropriate and suitable to take care of modern manufacturing environment. We have explained the basis for modern costing system is to take care of modern manufacturing environment. Our next discussion is, what are modern costing systems? Tonight we are going to discuss two. You have up to like 5 or 6. One of them is life cycle costing. Number 1 is life cycle costing. Number 2 is target costing. Number 3 is activity-based costing. Number 4 is theory of constraints and throughput accounting. Number 5, we have just-in-time costing system. Number 6, we have environmental costing. And we have what we call cost of quality. Tonight, we are going to start with the first one, life cycle costing. What is life cycle costing? Life cycle costing is one of the modern costing systems. Life cycle costing. This is one of the modern costing systems that accumulates cost for activities that occur over the entire life cycle of a product. The life cycle costing is a costing technique that accumulates cost incurred for activities that occur over the entire life cycle of a product. From the point where the product idea was conceived. The starting point is you conceive a product idea. You conceive the idea to develop a product. Thereafter, you go into research and development about the product. After you are done with the development, you go into product design and you carry out a marketing survey on this product. As at this time, you have not commenced actual production. Before production, the manufacturer or the owner conceive the idea. Later, the manufacturer will go into research and development. You are incurring costs prior to the production. Thereafter, you go into the product design. You have not commenced actual production. The business has been incurring costs before the actual production of the products. After product design, you carry out a market testing. a market survey. Your market survey is to establish whether if you produce these goods, if you produce these products, would these products be commercially viable? You are doing all these activities prior to the actual production, and you are incurring costs on these activities. After you are done with the market testing, you now go into actual production. After production, you go into distribution and sales. After so many years of sales, the product will be withdrawn from the market. That is the concept of life cycle. You are going to accumulate costs on products from the point the product is conceived. The product idea was conceived up to the point the product will be retired and withdrawn from the market. Costs will be accumulated throughout the product life cycle. If you look at the traditional costing system, the limitation of traditional costing system is that they only report costs at the point of physical production stage. If you look at marginal costing or absorption costing, we start to record the cost of the product at the point where the product is manufactured, at the physical manufacture stage. That is why you start with material cost, material for production, labor cost, overhead cost. But before the actual production, the company has been incurring costs on these products. This is what life cycle is saying, that it will be wrong. It will be inadequate. It is not adequate to start recording costs at physical manufacture stage. That means some costs are not accounted for. Under life cycle tries to correct this deficiency, that it is better for company to record costs at the point where you conceive the idea about a product. We are going to recognize that cost. The time you spend thinking about the product is cost. You now engage in research. You might go online to research about the product you are trying to develop. You are incurring costs. For you to go online, you buy data. You are looking at websites of different websites to learn about the product. You now engage professionals to carry out development and product design. All these activities involve cost. This is the concept of life cycle costing. Any question, please? All right. If there is no question, let us explain target costing. Let us explain target costing. Please, just 1 minute. Let's continue. Target costing system. The target costing system is also a modern costing system. Let's continue. I said, please, can you off your video, Mr. Latif? Thank you, sir. The target costing system is also one of the modern costing systems. This is a proactive target costing system, is a proactive cost control system. Proactive cost control system. Under this system, the target cost is calculated by deducting the target profit from a pre-established selling price based on customers' expectation. For target costing, the company is trying to manage, the company is trying to ask the opinion of the consumers. The company will carry out a market survey to determine, before the actual production, a company will carry out a market survey to find out how much customers will be willing to pay for a product, for a particular product. The company will conduct a survey to establish the price customers are willing to pay for a particular product. Through the market survey, the company will establish a selling price for the product. As at this point, the product has not been produced. Through a market survey, the company will establish a selling price for the product prior to the production of the product. After the selling price has been established, the company will now determine its own profits. Out of this selling price, how much is the company willing to take as profits? That becomes target profit. Thereafter, the company will calculate target cost. Target cost is the difference between the pre-established target selling price minus target profit. The difference between the established selling price and the company's target profits will give us the target cost of the product. The company will establish a target cost for the product. This cost is established prior to the actual production of the product. Then, having established the target cost, the company will now carry out cost estimation. The company will try to estimate the cost of the product, material cost, labor cost, any overhead cost. The company will now try to calculate the expected cost of the product. If the expected cost is higher than the target cost, where the expected cost of the product is higher than the target cost, this will give rise to cost gap. We said where the estimated cost of the product is more than the target cost established, that means there is a cost gap. It is the responsibility of the company's management to find a way to close the cost gap, to find a way to reduce the cost gap so as to meet the target cost. It is the responsibility of the company's management to find a way to eliminate the cost gap with an intention to achieve the target cost. The cost gap can be closed by carrying out value analysis. You can close your cost gap by carrying out value analysis. What is value analysis? Value analysis is to try to determine the activities that is adding value to the product, and also determine activities that are not adding value to the product. Value analysis will enable us to know value added activities and non-value added activities. Any activity that is contributing cost to the product but not adding value to the product, we can easily remove this activity. For example, if you get a bottled water, what is important to the consumer? What constitutes value to the consumer is the content of the bottled water. What constitutes value to the consumer of this bottled water is the content of that bottled water. The branding is of less importance to consumer. That means if the branding is becoming too expensive, we can decide to do away with the branding with a view to reducing our cost without compromising quality. We understand that in modern manufacturing environments, the environment is highly competitive. The modern manufacturing environment is highly competitive. Companies must identify ways to reduce their costs so as to be able to charge a competitive selling price. If the price of your product is too high, consumers will start moving to alternative products. So company will look for a way. Companies will always try to monitor its cost. Because if your cost is too high, you may not be able to increase your price. Attempt to take your price up. Consumer can move to another product. That is why we say target costing is a proactive way of controlling cost. You are going to determine the target cost. You are going to try to work towards the target cost based on customers' expectation. You are selling to the customer at a price the customers are willing to buy. All right. This is the concept of target costing. Any question, please? I'm hoping I can take 2 questions tonight. Please go to your study pack, page 124, question number 1 on life cycle. Eat and Co. Fix. Question number 1, page 124. The question is fit and co. Please, can somebody confirm that we are there with that question?
We're there, sir.
All right. I'll read. Yes, Mr. Ahmed.
Okay, well done, sir. There is something that I just want to confirm based on the explanation that you are giving on the 2 different of modern costing that we are trying to discuss. Now, the target costing, does that want to take into like advertisement cost or research cost before the cost is being the final?
Yes, target costing also.
Life cycle costing.
Yeah, they also, the 2 methods can be used simultaneously. It is possible for examiner to merge the 2 methods together. You are doing life cycle, then you must achieve a specific target. Is that better, sir?
Thank you, sir.
All right. I'm trying to take water new. You do this online class. Oh, I lie. It's another class entirely. All right, let's go to it. Mr. Ahmed, is it convenient for you to read? Any volunteer can read.
Fitco specializes in the manufacture of a small range of high-tech products for the fitness market.
Right.
They are currently considering the development of a new type of fitness monitor, which would be in the first of its kind in the market. It will take 1 year to develop, with sales then commencing at the beginning of the second year. The product is expected to have a life cycle of 2 years before it is replaced with a technological superior product. The following cost estimates have been made. Year 1, year 2, year 3, and year 4.
No year 4, year 1, year 2, year 3.
Okay, year 1, year 2, year 3. So, required. A. Calculate life
Don't worry,
cycle.
let me explain this file.
Okay.
If you look at the first column, unit manufacture. Year one is to develop the product. So nothing was manufactured in year 1. Production will commence in year 2 and year 3. In year 2, unit manufacture and sold 100,000 units. Year 3, 200,000 units. We now have research and development cost, product design cost, marketing cost. Then we have manufacturing cost. Manufacturing commences in year 2. Manufacturing cost, we have variable manufacturing cost and we have fixed production cost. Next, we have distribution cost, variable distribution cost, and fixed distribution cost. Then we have selling cost, variable and fixed selling. Then we have admin. Examiner says, note, you should ignore the time value of money. Requirement A, calculate the life cycle cost per unit. That means we are going to look at cost for year 1 up to year 3. These products will run from year 1 to year 3. So we are going to look at the total cost incurred from year 1, year 2, year 3. So we are going to get the life cycle cost per unit. All right, thank you, Rose. Let's go to the calculation. Please, to minimize time, ensure you open the question on your system. If I require any figure, you can easily supply. That will minimize the time I have to scroll up and down. All right, let's continue. Solution to A. Unit manufacture. Nothing here. Year 2, 100,000 units. Year 3, 200,000 units. Total will give me 300,000 units manufactured. Now let's go to the cost. Please, what is research and development cost? Year 1?
160,000.
160. Year 2, any research and development cost?
No.
Therefore, total is 160. Next, product
Market.
design cost. How
Product
much?
design.
800,000.
200,000, year 1.
Anything in
Year
year
1.
2?
Year 2 and 3,
Nothing.
no.
Nothing. Total is 800,000.
800.
Marketing cost. Year 1, how much?
1,200,000.
2 million.
1.2.
1.2.
1,200,000. Next,
1 million.
Year 2, 2 million.
Year 2,
year
1
2,
million.
1 million. Year 3,
1 million. Year 2.
1,750,000.
1.750.
please sum up this. 1.2 plus 1 plus 1,750.
That's 3,950,000.
3,950,000.
3,950,000.
No, they still
Manufacturing cost. If you look at that, no manufacturing cost in year 1. Is that not? Year 2 and year 3. Please, can this person mute? Joseph is coming from your side. Now look at year 2. We manufacture, examiner say variable manufacturing cost per unit. How much for year 2? Hello.
40 naira.
40
naira per unit.
per unit. And we are going to manufacture 200,000 in year 2. Please multiply.
100,000 in year 2.
Sorry,
100,000
100,000 in year 2. Please multiply.
That's 4 million.
That will give
4
me
million.
4 million. Year 3, what is year 3 manufacturing cost per unit?
42 naira.
We are going to manufacture how many?
200 units.
200,000 units. Please multiply. That will go
8.4
to
8.4 million.
8.4. Total year 4 million. Total year 84 million. Now go to fixed production cost. Nothing for year 1. Year 2, how much?
650,000.
650. Year 3, how much?
1.2900.
1,290. Please sum the two together. Total fixed production cost.
That's
1,940,000.
1,940,000. Next, distribution cost. We have variable distribution and fixed distribution. Year 2 and year 3. Check. What is variable distribution for year 2?
4 naira.
4 naira.
4 naira. We are going to manufacture how many?
100,000.
100,000.
That will give me 400,000.
400,000.
Year 3. What is variable distribution?
4 naira 50 kobo.
2.5.
How many are we going to manufacture in year 3?
200,000.
200.
Please multiply.
900,000.
Then go to your fees distribution. How much for year 2?
120,000.
120. Year 3 nko?
120.
Same 120,000.
Total for the whole year. Life cycle.
40.
240. Then go to your selling cost. We have variable selling and fixed selling. What is variable selling for year 2?
3 naira.
3 naira.
And we are going to sell 100,000 units. That will give me 300,000 for year 2. Year 3, what is selling cost?
3.2.
3 naira 24.
We are going to sell 200,000 units.
640,000.
What is fixed selling? Year 2 and
180,000.
year 3.
180,000.
180, 180, total 360. Then go to your admin cost. Year 1, how much?
200,000.
200,000.
200,000. Year 2, how much?
900.
900.
Then year 3,
1.5.
total
2.6.
2.6
6.
million. You have taken all the costs. All the costs incurred throughout the product life cycle. You can now get total. Total for year 1, total for year 2, total for year 3, then the grand total. You have to
The
take
grand
it.
total is 24,690,000.
This is 24,690,000.
Year 1.
Yes, year 1.
2,360,000.
2,360,000. Year 2. Let me go up so I can look at it and calculate. You are going to start from your naira sign. Let me know if I should scroll up if you're adding. 1 million plus 4, that's 5. Plus 650. Plus 400. Plus 120. Plus 300. Plus 180. Plus 900. Anybody with a figure?
7,550,000.
7,550,000.
550.
Let's look at the third year. We can start from beneath 1.5 if you are adding. Plus 180. Plus 640. Plus 120. Plus 900. Then 1,290,000. 8,400,000. Lastly, 1,750,000. Any figure for us?
14,780,000.
80.
14,780.
14,780.
14,780,000. We have gotten the total life cycle cost. I can come here. Total life cycle cost is equal to 24,690,000. Examiner say, give me life cycle cost per unit. Then go and pick total life cycle production. Year 2 we produce 100,000. Year 3 200,000. That means total is 300,000 units. Therefore, life cycle cost per unit, you are going to divide 24,960,000 by 300,000.
82.3.
82.3. You are done with requirement A. You are done with requirements A. Any question, please? If there's no question, let us look at requirement B. I will read so I can explain it. Requirement B. After preparing the cost estimates above, the company realizes that it has not taken into account the effect of learning curve on the production process. Look at that first sentence. After you have prepared the cost estimate, you realize that you have not considered the effect of the learning curve on your production process. The variable manufacturing cost per unit above of 40 naira in year 2 and 42 naira in year 3 includes a cost for 0.5 hours of labor. The remainder of variable manufacturing cost is not driven by labor hour. That means, please hold on. That means that variable manufacturing cost, I need to separate it. I have labor-related variable manufacturing costs and non-labor related variable manufacturing costs. That 40 naira in year 2 and 42 naira in year 3, we need to split it into 2. We need to determine the labor-related variable cost and non-labor-related variable manufacturing cost. Why are we separating this? Because learning curve will affect labor. If you recall our explanation on learning curve when we were doing pricing, we explained that learning curve will have impact on the labor hours. If you resume a new job, I'm trying to explain learning curve. The concept of learning curve says that where an employee engage in repetitive tasks, where an employee engage in repetitive tasks, the hours spent over time by the employee will continue to fall as the employee gain experience on the job, as the employee gain knowledge and skills on the job. The hour the employee spends will continue to fall because employee will gain an employee that is engaged in repetitive tasks. You are going to acquire skills, expertise, competency over time. And we expect that the hour you spend on a repetitive task, the hour will continue to fall up to the point where you are going to have standard labor hour. Now, examiner says there is a learning curve, and that learning curve will have impact on labor-related variable manufacturing costs. Hence, there is need to separate. All right. Let me continue the question. The year 2 cost per hour of labor is 24 naira. And the year 3 cost is 26 naira per hour. Subsequently, it has now been estimated that although the first unit is expected to take the first unit is expected to take 0.5 hours. A learning curve of 95% is expected to occur until the 100th unit has been completed. The first unit we are going to produce, the employee will spend 0.5 hours. As you produce more, the hour will continue to reduce until we get to the 100 units. Requirement says, calculate the revised life cycle cost per unit, taking into account the effect of the learning curve. Note, value of the learning coefficient is negative 0.074 0005. Well, We can now go to this. If you look at the question, and please note, the topic learning curve and cost estimation. These two topics can be added to any topic under PM. These two topics can be added to any other topic in PM. So the first thing is to separate your cost. Let us go to the solution page. Revise life cycle cost per unit. Working one. For year 2, split variable manufacturing cost into 2. Labor related and non-labor related variable manufacturing cost. Remember, the total is for year 2. Total variable manufacturing cost per unit is 40 naira. Examiner says for labor related, it will take 0.5 hours to produce 1. Now go and check what is labor cost per hour for year 2. Please go and check. What is labor cost per hour for year 2?
24 naira.
24 naira per hour. That means if it's taking me 0.5 hours and 24 naira per hour, what is the unit here? 0.5 multiplied by 24. That will give me what?
12.
12. Let me take this one. Out of 40 naira, 12 is labor-related variable manufacturing cost. What is non-labor related, please?
28 naira.
28 naira. Labor related is 12 naira per unit. Non-labor related is 28. The two must give me 40 naira per unit variable manufacturing cost. I've separated this. You are separating because learning curve will affect your labor-related cost. So you need to split into 2. Go to year 3. To produce 1 unit, first unit, you require 0.5 hour of labor. What is the labor rate per hour for year 3?
42 naira.
26 naira.
26 naira. Not 42. We said labor rate per hour for year 2. That is 26. Total manufacturing cost per unit for
42.
year 2 is 42.
42.
Thank you. I can now get this.
13.
That will give me 13.
13.
Sorry, that's 13, not 12.
29.
Thank you. That means
29.
labor related is 13. Total is 42. That means non-labor related is
29.
29. we have separated. When you are done separating, now we want to know what is that time taking to produce the first unit. Is going to take us 0.5 hours. After the first unit, we have the second unit, the third unit. You get to 99 units. Examiners say we want to know the time for hundreds. That is that last unit. After you have gotten to 99 units, you need to produce one more that will complete 100. We want to know the time taken to produce the last unit that will make 100 units. To do this, you are going to first calculate total time taken to produce the first 100 units. Remember your learning curve formula. Y is equal to AX raised to power B, where your Y is the cumulative average labor time per unit. Your A, the labor time for the first unit. For this question, the labor time for the first unit is 0.5 hours. Your X, cumulative number of units produced within the learning process. We are going to produce first 100 units. Then your B, learning coefficient. Examiner said the learning coefficient is negative 0.0740005. With this, I can calculate my Y. I can come here. Y is equal to AS raised to power B. My Y is equal to our A, 0.5 multiplied by our X, 100 units. Our B raised to power 0.0740005. Please calculate your Y. I can't understand this, your question. Okay. The coefficients. Okay, the question is
it
will
in
you
all
be given
questions?
learning coefficient in all questions? Or you may be asked to calculate yourself. Thank you for that question. At times, examiner may not give you. You might be required to calculate yourself. If you are to calculate it yourself, the formula is, let me show you somewhere here. Thank you for that question.
You know,
Nothing
understand the question.
question examiner will give you. Although the one will still explain to you when you get to the topic learning curve. But let me tell you the formula here. The formula for B, that is learning coefficient, is log of the learning curve divided by log 2. The log of the learning curve divided by log 2. Like this question, examiner says, if you look at this question, examiner says a learning curve of 95%. The learning curve is 95%. If I want to calculate it myself, I will now do log of 0.95 divided by log 2. We are going to check the calculation. Log of 0.95 divided by log 2. Please confirm the answer. What do you have?
What I have is minus 0.0740058,144.
Yeah, it's one.
Yes.
That's fine.
Okay.
That is it. When examiner say use 0.040005, you are going to stick to the examiner. But where the examiner didn't give you anything, then compute yourself, you are going to get negative 0.074000581. You cannot use it what you have computed yourself. But here, examiner has given us what to use. All right, let's continue. Can come here now. Please, what do you have here? What is Y here?
0.355.
0.35.
5.
Which one am I taking? 0.35.
5 or 356 approximate.
Okay.
0.356.
Thank you. 0.356. Thank you. 0.356 hour. This is the average time per unit. Look at it. Cumulative average labor time per unit, 0.356 hour. But we said total time for 100 units. Look at it. Calculate total time taken to produce first 100. I will now come here. Total time for first 100 units is equal to 0.356 multiplied by 100. Please get that out. 35.6 hours. Is that not, please?
Yes, 35.6.
That is the hour used to produce the first 100 units. When you are done, now go and look for the total time taken for first 99 units. When you are done with the first 100, then go and look for the total time taken for first 99 units. In this case, your S will now be 99. It becomes Y is equal to ASB. That is, Y is equal to, my A is still 0.5 multiplied by, now my X is 99 units. My B will not change, negative 0.0740005. Please work this out. What is Y? 0.3558 or 9, which one?
Approximately 9.
Approximately. Then total time for 99. Total time for first 99 units is equal to 99 multiplied by 0.3559. Please work this out.
35.2.
35.23.
0.23. When you are done with that, I now take the time taken to produce the 100. That is the last unit that we complete 100. That's what we call the 100 with TH. To get that, you are going to take total time for first 100 minus total time for first 99. That is, I'm going to do like this. 35.6 hours minus 35.23 hours. That will give me the time taken to produce last unit. That will complete 100.
.37.
37.
0.37 hours. You observe that the hour has fallen. 0.37 hours. That means because of learning curve, you are going to remove 0.5 and substitute it with 0.37 hours. Because learning curve has helped us to reduce the hours spent until we get to the last unit. The last unit that we, examiner say, learning is for 100 units. We now come here. Look at the next working. Revise variable manufacturing cost. We need to do a revised manufacturing cost because learning curve has reduced the hours spent for production. I will now come here for year 2. Labor related, I will now put 0.37 hour at the rate of 24 naira per hour for year 2. That is the hour. The hour. Oh, why is echoing now? You multiply this, then you pick non-labor related variable manufacturing cost for year 2. That is 28. Please multiply 0.37 multiplied by 24.
8.88.
8 point what?
88.
Oh, 88. 8.88. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
No problem. You can now sum together. That will give me
36.88.
36.88. Okay. Can you
Please
observe
remind
now?
him where the 28 is coming from.
The 28 is coming from here now. We have removed 0.5. We replace it with 0.37. But we still have non-labor related variable manufacturing cost for year 2. 28 naira.
Confirm, sir. Thank you.
Is that better now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. You observe that the cost has reduced now. When you are done with that, go to year 3. Remove 0.5. Introduce 0.37. For year 3, labor cost per hour is 26 naira. I'll come here. $0.37 hour at the rate of 26 naira per labor hour. Please multiply.
9.62.
What do you have?
9.62.
9.62. There is non-labor related is 29. Please add together.
$38.62. 0.62. 62.
Yeah. That means if you go back here now, instead of using 40 naira here, I'm going to use 36.8. Instead of using 42 here, I'm going to use 38.62. I can now return here. We can come here. For year 2, let me do this here. Let me create more space first. Let me create more space. can do like this. Year 2 total variable manufacturing cost. For year 2, we said per unit is 36.88. How many are we going to manufacture for year 2? We are going to manufacture 100 units. And the variable manufacturing cost is now 36 naira.88. Please get the total.
$3,688,000.
3,688,000. For year 3, total variable manufacturing cost. We are going to manufacture 200,000 units at a rate of 38.62. 38.62. What is the total here?
7,724,000.
734.
724.
No, 24.
Okay, 724. Or let me just erase it. We can now compare without learning curve with learning curve. With learning curve, total variable manufacturing cost will be 368,800 for year 2. For year 3, with learning curve is 7,724,000. Now let's go and check the first working. Look at it. Variable manufacturing cost for year 2, without learning curve, total is 4 million. For year 3, without learning curve, total is 8.4 million. I can come here. Without learning curve, this is 4 million. Without learning curve, this is 8.4 million. Can you see that the cost has reduced? Summation here. This is 12,400,000. Please sum these two. What do we have? Sum these two. What do we have? 3,000 or 3,688,000.
11,412,000.
11,412,000.
For what?
12,000.
Next, determine the cost saving. The cost has reduced. I will now look for cost savings due to the effect of learning. That is, I will do like this: 12,400,000 minus 11,412,000. Please, what is the cost save?
986,000.
I can't get it out.
988,000.
980,000.
88.
Double eight.
Oh, double eight. 988. That means our cost will reduce by 988,000. You can now calculate your revised total life cycle. Look at this.
Minus 98 from the
Yes. If you look at your first calculation, the total life cycle cost was 24,960,000. I can now calculate revise.
3,972,000.
I'll do like this. 24,960,990 minus cost saved 988,000. What is revise? That will give me what?
23,972,000.
972,000. That is revised total life cycle cost.
Sir.
Examiner says calculate revised life cycle cost per unit. I'll now do like this. Revised life cycle cost per unit is equal to 23,972,000 divided by total units.
That's
300,000 units.
79.9. 79 naira 90 kobo or 91 kobo. Approximately. 79 naira 91 kobo.
Yes, Rose.
So the place where you wrote reverse total life cycle cost 24,690,000 minus 988. The answer there is 23,702,000. So you have to erase that.
Oh, it's 702.
Yes.
Check that 24,690. Check your correct answer, initial answer. Is it 690 or 960 or whatever? Please check that.
It's 690 now. We have 690, not 960.
So the answer is supposed to be 23,702,000.
All right, thank you, Rose. Seven o two. This will affect our answer here.
Yes.
Yes,
sir. 17.
79.
79.
Rand.
Approximately supposed to be 79.01.
Okay. 006. No problem. That is not material, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. We are done with the C part. Or with the B part. Any question, please?
Sir, sorry, it's Femi that is talking. It's in respect of this learning curve. I observed that the last one we solved in respect to this learning curve is 95% learning curve and 100 units. Now, this one too is 95% 100 units. Is it coincidence or is always this 95% and 100 units, or it can be? Okay.
It's not only like that, so
Okay.
examiner can change it to 80%, or it can change it to 90%.
Okay, sir.
Is that better, please?
But what of the 100 units? Is it always 100 units, or it
They
can
can
be?
change it also.
Oh, okay, okay.
They can say first 500. So if you are giving first 500, you are going to do first 500
499.
units, then first 499.
Oh, okay.
All right, the C part says, discuss the benefits of life cycle costing. What are the benefits? Why should company adopt life cycle cost?
Because it encompasses all costs of production in the process of production of the unit.
Yeah, that's correct. It's cover your cost. Look at your screen. Benefits of life cycle. 1, it helps management to assess profitability over the full life of a product, which in turn help management to decide whether to develop the products and to continue to make the product. We are able to look at if the product is profitable. The costing system is useful for organizations that continually develop products with a relatively short life cycle. Life cycle costing is very useful for companies that continually develop products with short life cycle. It enables a company to charge appropriate selling price that will give you, that will generate more revenue. And lastly, life cycle costing helps to make a better decision. It helps management to make a better decision. Any question, please? We have like 30 minutes. I'm not sure we can take target costing question today.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, sir. Please, I have an observation regarding this learning curve theory.
Okay.
Based on the question, they said it is expected that there will be a 95% learning curve until the 100th unit. So I'm thinking that it is until we get to the 100th unit that this the 33 minutes will be effective.
Say you are thinking that what?
We calculated the learning curve, the cumulative average time per unit for the 100 unit and the 99 units.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we calculated the difference between the 100 and the 99, which gave us the cumulative time per unit for the 100th unit, which now became which was the figure we used to calculate the labor-driven variable manufacturing cost.
Yeah.
Okay. So based on what I understand from the learning curve theory, that when you start a new process, you develop until you get to a state that it now becomes the standard.
Yes.
So I was thinking that the figure for the 100th units that we used for our labor-driven manufacturing cost would be effective from the 100th unit up until the 100,000 units for the year 2, since we are starting production in year 2. So the 99, the first 99, I was thinking we'd use the one we calculated for the first 99, the figure we calculated for the first 99 to get the labor rate per unit.
Okay, let me try to reframe what I can pick from your discussion. What I can pick, you say you were thinking that the 100 units will happen in year 2, is that not?
Yes, sir.
So for year 3, the hour should be different, is that not?
No, the standard time we calculated, we use it in year 3 fully. It's just my thought. We use it fully in year 3. But since we are starting production in year 2, and they said,
and the same thing I'm saying, and you said, I'm trying to follow your thought process. The first 100 units will be produced in year 2.
Yes, sir.
Is that not? I'm following your thought process now.
Yes,
the
sir.
first 100 units will be produced in year 2. That means that hour we use for year 2 should not be used for year 3. Is that your thought process?
What I'm saying is for the first 99, which the learning curve process will not have been very effective. Like they will be developing until they get onto the 100th units.
So we shouldn't use 99.
And I think that's what he's saying, that since the question said until the first 100 units, So why are we now using 99? I think that's what it's saying, that
No,
it's
what I'm
supposed to be
trying
at.
to say is we'll separate the 99, then the remaining balance, which is 901, we'll now use the 35 or the 33 0.33 hour per unit that we got.
Let me just try to explain. I think I think you are missing something up. Let me try to explain that. You see that question, I will still refer you back to itself. I'm trying to see if I can do something again before for 30 minutes, if it is possible. But if it is not possible, we just move to that question. If it's possible,
Hello, sir.
I will attend to your question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, like I said, if it's possible for us to solve another question in the life cycle, even if you can't do it today because of the time we have got, at least it would be nice to take another question, at least so that we get a proper understanding of that before we move to the other, the target costing, please.
Let me quickly respond to you. Life cycle is usually one class lecture self. It's not supposed to take too long because it's one of the most direct costing method you can have. Just be picking all your costs, add all your costs. You understand? Life cycle is one of the simplest you can have. Just be picking all your costs and sum up all your costs. So if I have my way, the same thing I did in physical class, I will have entered target costing today. In my physical class, the same under 2 hours, 2.5 hours, we have addressed both life cycle and target costing. But obviously, this 30 minutes, I can't finish the question I intend to solve under target costing. I may not be able to finish it. For that obvious reason, I might not enter it today. Now, let me now address what the first person asked. First is, your understanding of learning curve was going in line on the ground that when we say learning curve, imagine you are a new staff. You join the company second year. The company commences production. And I say, okay, this new staff, because he's not experienced about the job, is likely to spend long hours in the production process. But as he continues to produce every day, the same work every day, we expect the employee to acquire skills and experience. But after 100 units, we expect this person to have stabilized. We expect you to have achieved stability. You are going to have standard hours after you have completed 100 units. The first unit will take you 0.5 hours. When you produce the first unit, you complete it. You go to the second unit. The hour you spend will be less for the second unit. When you go to the third unit, the hour will continue to fall again. Now, you know you are going to produce 1. Let me try to show it here. Let me go back to that question. Yeah, look at that question. And look at it. The examiner says a learning curve of 95% is expected to occur until the 100. Look at that TH has been completed. Now, if you want to take it now, my pen, okay? Let me go to that board again. Look at it. You are going to start with the first unit. You produce 1. Assuming you produce 1 today, it will take you 0.5 hours. Second day, you produce 1 again. That means cumulative, you have 2. That means cumulative, you have 2. You have produced 2. Because you are doing the same job every day, maybe you are going to spend 0.45 hours. Hours has reduced. Day 3, you produce 1. Cumulative, you become 3 units. You probably spend 0.43 hours. Every day you are doing the same job. You now continue, you get to 99 units. You now need to produce 1. You know you are doing 1 every day. Now need to produce 1 more. The 1 you now produce now, plus 99, will give you 100 units. Examiner say, what is the time? This is what we call, this last one you produce here is called 100 TH. That last unit you produce that will make the total to be 100 is called 100 unit. This TH represents 1 unit produced that will complete total 100. Examiner say after this, you are no longer learning. That means after you have completed this production, you have stabilized, you have gotten standard hour. That standard hour will be for subsequent production. To get that hour for 100 units, you are going to look for hour for first 100 minus the hour for first 99. That gave us 0.37 hours. This 0.37 is the standard hour for subsequent production. 101, 102, 103, up to 300,000, you have stabilized.
Can I come in now, sir?
Yes, please.
You know that for every hour they work, they will be paid based on the number of minutes or hours they use.
Yes.
So for the first 99, just like the example you made here, like 0.5, 0.54, we now calculated the cumulative. Let's say the cumulative is 0.442, for example. So I was thinking the first 99 will use the cumulative labor hour, which is 0.42 in this case. Then from 100 to for the second year, which they produced 100,000 units. From that 100 units till the 100,000 units, we'll now use 0.37 to calculate the labor rate.
Examiner says, give me a revised cost, life cycle cost per unit. When you have gotten to 100 units, your thought is not examiner. You can't bring your thought to a question. I'm just trying to listen. It is the question thought you are going to stick to. You cannot import your thoughts to a question. The question says, give me a revised life cycle cost per unit at a point where you have gotten to 100 units. So please, maybe when you get to learning curve, you are going to take the topic fully. Maybe you understand better. But the least I can say is, do not import your own thoughts. Go and look at the question thoughts. Once you establish the hour to produce the last 100 units, that is the hour you are going to use. We have only introduced 99 because for me to get that last unit, I'm going to do like this. Hour for first 100 units minus hour for first 99 units. 100 minus 99 will give me 1 unit. That is the hour for the last unit. That becomes hour for subsequent production. So the least I can say is, try to follow up with the topic learning curve. Mr. Juan will handle it. Do you understand?
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
We are just consuming that time. All right. Go back to your study pack. Look at question number 2 on learning curve. Learners and co. That should be page 125. Are we there, that question? Are we there now? Learners and Co.
Yes, sir.
Now let's look at this question. Learners and Co. A shoe manufacturer has developed a new product called the smart shoe for children, which has a built-in tracking device. The shoes are expected to have a life cycle of 2 years. At which point, Learners and Co. hopes to introduce, please remove that word shoe and co. The name is Learner and Co. At which point, Learners and Co. hopes to introduce a new type of smart shoe with even more advanced technology. Learners and Co. Just 1 minute. Let me copy this name so that anywhere I see shoe and co, I'll replace it. Learners and Co plan to use life cycle cost to work out the total production cost for smart shoe and the total estimated profits for the 2-year period. Okay, no problem. Learners and Co have spent 5.6 million developing the smart shoe. Please note that development cost 5.6 million. The time spent on this development meant that the company missed out on the opportunity of earning an estimated 800,000 contribution from the sale of another product. That is, due to development of the new product, the company missed out the opportunity to earn 800,000 contribution from the sale of another product. The company has applied for and been granted a 10-year patent for the technology, although it must be renewed annually, yearly, at a cost of 200,000. The cost of the patent application was 500,000, which include salary, which include 20,000 naira for the salary cost of Learners and Co lawyer, who is a permanent employee of the company and was responsible for preparing the application. The following information is available for the next 2 years. We have the sales volume. We have the selling price. We have the material cost per unit, labor cost per unit. Other costs are expected to be as follows. We have the fixed production overhead. We have the selling and distribution cost. And we have the environmental cost. Learners and Co. is still negotiating. Is still negotiating with the marketing company. I want to change this now. Okay, let's go on, Jerry. I'm tired. He's still negotiating with the marketing companies with regard to advertisements campaign. So it's uncertain as to what the total marketing cost will be each year. However, the following information is available as regards the probabilities of the range of costs which are likely to be incurred. Year 1, expected cost and probability. Year 2, expected cost and probability. Requirements. Examiner says, apply the principles of life cycle costing. Calculate the total expected profits for Learners and Co. for the 2 years period. Now this question is largely direct. I want to determine the total expected profits using life cycle. That means you are going to get your revenue for the whole life cycle and get your cost for the whole life cycle. You can now deduct the cost for the revenue. That will now give us the life cycle expected profit. I will try to see if I can take like 10 to 15 minutes. One way or the other. The man that requested for second question. Let us use this question to see how far we can go. For this question, before production, look at it. I'll do like this, pick my pen. Calculation of total life cycle cost. Learner and Co. We are going to have pre-production cost. We have our Naira sign here. Let's go back to the question. Look at this. Learners and Co. have spent 5.6 million developing the shoe. That is before production. We have incurred development costs. Also look at this. The time spent on development meant that the company missed out on the opportunity of earning an estimated 800,000 contribution. That is opportunity cost. As a result of developing the new products, we lost contribution from another product. I will go here. Pick your development cost. 5,600,000. Loss of contribution. This is relevant cost, is that not? Opportunity cost, is that not, please?
Yes, sir.
This is 800,000. I'll pick it. Next. The company has applied for and have been granted a 10-year patent for the technology. That means that technology has been patented for 10 years. No other company can use that technology. Although it must be renewed each year at a cost of 200,000. That means since the production is for 2 years, this particular shoe is for 2 years life cycle. That means we are going to renew for 2 years. I will come here. Renewal cost per year is 200,000. For 2 years, that will give me 400,000. Next, the cost of patent application, 500,000, which include 20,000 naira salary of a lawyer who is a permanent employee of the company. The question is this 200,000 naira relevant? Or is it 20,000 naira relevant?
It's not relevant.
No, sir.
No. We are going to remove this amount because this lawyer, whether we apply for the patent or not, we are still going to pay the lawyer his monthly salary of 20,000. That means the lawyer monthly salary is an unavoidable cost. Unavoidable cost is not relevant. So we are going to remove salary of the lawyer. He's a permanent staff of the company. He must be paid the salary. Whether or not we apply for patents. I'll come here. Application for patents. Now put less 20,000. Please, because of time, I'll just come here and take this, but I wish to show it. I'll do like this. Less lawyer salary. In case you are referring to it, that will give me 480. Is that not, please? All right. You are done with the pre-production cost. We now go to year one. Year one, we are going to produce 280,000. Now come here. Look at it. Year one. Volume is 280,000. Now pick your material cost. Please, what is material cost for year one?
16 naira.
16 naira. 16 naira. Labor cost 8 naira. I'll come here. 280 multiplied by. What do you have?
4,480,000.
4 million.
480.
480,000. Labor. We are going to produce 280 at 8 naira. Please multiply.
2,240,000.
240. Okay. Still year one. Fixed production overhead 16 million. Selling production 1.6. Selling and distribution 0.6 million. Environmental cost 0.1. I'll come here. Fixed production overhead 1.6 million. Selling and distribution 600,000. Environmental cost 0.1 million. That's 100,000. Okay. We still have expected marketing cost. I'll keep that in view. Let's go to year two. Year two. Volume is 420,000 units. We come here. What is material cost for year two? 14 naira. Labor cost for year two, 7 naira. Let's deal with this.
Material cost is 5,880,000.
Thank you. Material cost. That becomes 420 multiplied by 14. How much? 5,880,000. 880,000 labor cost for year 2 multiplied by
2,940,000.
2,940,000.
Then we now move to, you can see it now. The man that asked for another question. Life cycle, just pick all your costs and add. Fixed production overhead, 2.2. Selling cost, 0.6 million. Environmental cost, 0.15 million. I'll come here. Fixed production overhead, 2,200,000. Selling and distribution, this is 600,000. Environmental cost, this is 150,000. Then let's now go and look for expected marketing cost. Back to the question. Examiner says Leonard and Co. is still negotiating with marketing company with regard to its advertising campaign. So it's uncertain as to what the total marketing cost will be each year. However, the following information is available as regards the probability of the range of costs which are likely to be incurred. For year 1, we have 2.2 million, probability of 0.2. We also have 2.6, 2.9. You are not going to calculate expected. You are going to calculate expected marketing cost. Look at it, I can do it here. For year 1, it becomes, look at it, 2.2 multiplied by 0.2 plus bracket 2.6 multiplied by 0.5 plus bracket 2.9 multiplied by 0.3. That will give you the expected marketing cost for year 1. When you are done, if you want to calculate for year 2, it becomes, I can do it here, for year 2, it becomes 1.8 million multiplied by 0.3 plus 2.1 million multiplied by 0.4 plus 2.3 million multiplied by 0.3. Please work this out.
First year is 2.61.
2.61.
That's the first year.
2.61.
1.
That's for year 1. $2.6 year 1, Abi?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
2.61.
Okay. For year 2, what do you have?
2.07.
2.07.
2 million. I can return back for year 1, 2.61. That means 2 million, 2,610,000. For year 2, 2,070,000. You can now sum all your costs. Get your total life cycle cost. Please take your calculator. Let's start from the beginning. Get your calculator. 5.6, 5,600,000 plus 800 plus 400 plus 480.
7.280.
Just keep it like
7,000,000.
continue. Plus 4,480,000 plus 2,240,000 plus 1,600,000 plus 600 plus 100 plus 2,610,000 plus 5,880,000 plus 2,940,000 plus 2,200,000 plus 600 plus 150, then plus 2,070,000. What is the final answer here?
$32,750,000.
80,
2,750,000.
50,000. You have gotten total life cycle cost. Now go and get your revenue. Total revenue. Year 1, we are going to volume 280,000 units. Year 2, 420,000 units. What is the selling price in year 1, please? Can we check?
55 naira per unit.
5 naira. 45. Multiply by 5. Please get revenue.
15 for year 1.
15,400 for first year.
$15.4. Next.
18,900 for the second year.
Total.
34,300.
34,300.
34.
300.
Now get your this. Why is this thing echoing? This is my total life cycle revenue. Therefore, profits expected total profits 34,300 minus 32,750. That will give you life cycle total profits.
1,550,000.
1,550,000. All right. If you look at this question, it's also life cycle, but the examiner brought in relevant cost into it. All right, we need to move out.
Is that the answer? That's all.
What is all again?
Okay.
We are
What
finished
else
now.
do you need, young man?
This one is
Normally,
very
I don't
straightforward.
spend more than 2 hours on this topic. It's just to satisfy.
This one is very straightforward.
Doesn't take too long now.
I'm not sure we have a question on this one.
Is that your prayer? Young man.
No one laughs. Why would they give you a question that will kill you now?
Okay, they have really tested it before. November 2018, question 4.
Please give me the date. The November
2018, question 4.
Please do not overburden yourself with fear. The question is not always difficult. One student gives themselves that once you don't understand the principles, you cannot deal with any question. For life cycle, examiner can introduce learning curve to it. Anywhere you see labor cost, learning curve can enter it. He can introduce relevant cost into it. He can introduce high and low method to it. The effort you are going to make, try to understand principles. May God give us a better understanding. We need to check out. Any questions?
So much appreciated. None from my end.
All right, thank you for your time. I will be checking out of this classroom.
Thank you, sir.
Good night.